Hey everybody, thanks for signing up for the 2025 Bellefonte Brawl. This is the brief. We're going to put this out in a video. If you have questions about any of the workouts or any of the day of stuff, please reach out to us either via email or via DM on our Instagram page. It's the best way to get a hold of us. What we're going to do, I'm going to go over just a couple day of things, and then all that should be in your email, and then we'll go over some of the workouts. So for day of information, registration is going to open at 7 a.m. So you can show up at or any time after 7 a.m. to get registered. We have a couple things for you. We'll make sure you have a waiver signed. We'll make sure you get your t-shirt. We'll just make sure we know that you are there. Parking, this is a big one. This is in the email. We always park in the lower lot. So you're going to want to enter off of Governor Prince Boulevard near the River Road entrance near Rosser Rentals. So you can put in Rosser Rentals into your GPS, and you're going to want to park in the parking lot behind More Than Fitness. The parking lot for 700A River Road is where we're going to be working out. So we're going to have that blocked off. So again, just try and park down there. There's a lot of spots, and then you can always park on the sides and then down the drive-in. Just anywhere you find a spot is fine. Just make sure you pull off the road. As far as things go, we are planning to start at 8 o'clock on the dot. We're going to bring everyone together. We're going to do some opening things, and then at the latest 8:30, we're going to start our first workout. So we need you to be there and registered before 8 o'clock and ready to go at 8 in the parking lot for event 1. As far as what we have on site, there are several bathrooms. So there's bathrooms in the pool, and then there's bathrooms in the main gym. You can look at the email. There's the warm-up area is going to be the same as last year in the pavilion by the gym. The athlete area will be the same as last year, which is the pavilion by the pool. You guys are welcome to use the pool at any time it's not being used for the workout. We'll have a lifeguard staffed. There's going to be a bounce house if you have kids and you want to bounce in the bounce house. If you're an athlete, that may not be the best recovery route, but it'll be there if you want to have some fun or take some pictures. Be goofy. Other than that, we do ask that no drugs or alcohol are on premises during this event. That's an important part of not only our mission, but it is tied into a lot of our funding and grants. So we please ask that if you want to have a celebratory drink, to just wait until after you're done. All right, so we're going to go over our first event. I'm going to give you the events in the order that we hope to give you the events the day of. So we're going to go right down the line. Weather permitting, this is the schedule that we're going to want to have. We should have this schedule and all the heats up by latest Friday morning. So you should be getting this Wednesday night. By latest Friday morning, we should have all of the heats and times available so that you can tell people when to show up to watch you, or where to be. More importantly, where to be for your workouts. Event 1 is going to be the wave. It is 4 rounds of a 3-minute AMRAP. You do a 300-meter partner run, and then max dumbbell snatches in the time remaining. For RX, men are going to be 35, 50, 70, and 90. Women are going to be 20, 35, 50, and 70. For scaled, we have men are 20, 35, 50, and 65, and women are 15, 25, 35, and 40. That is a change based on equipment availability. We dropped it 5 pounds. For the run, I'll drop in the run course here so you can see it in an image. The run course is going to go clockwise as you see it here. We'll run down towards the end of the parking lot through double gates and then around a paved path that goes down and around the pool. We'll have cones to help mark out where that goes. And then you'll come out the other double gates at the top past the pool and then run back in. We'll have cones to guide you in and out on the way in. A couple of standards and things for the run. We want you to enter and exit your mat where you'll be performing the dumbbells on the same spot. So we'll show you where that is the day of, just so that you're not cutting corners or going around anybody on the start or the finish. And then lastly, parts of this run course are gonna get tight. Make sure that you're being good sportsmen. Obviously, rubbing is racing, and have fun. But if someone's passing you, let them pass you, right? What we don't want to get into is a lot of body jockeying and people throwing elbows and shoulders and stuff, right? Run your race. If someone's going faster, they're going faster. It's a tight course. We don't want to be pushing people way off the course. And certainly we don't want you passing by cutting the course. So make sure that you're doing your best to stay on the paved path or within the cones where we have them. As far as the partner run, you do not need to run together. You can spread out a little bit on the run, but you must wait until both partners are back on the mat before you start your snatches. So one partner can run ahead, and while the other partner runs, the partner who is ahead cannot start snatching until the second partner is back on the mat. All of your dumbbells will be there in a line, so each time you can move down and up. You'll start right at the edge of your mat for the runs every time, and there's going to be a 30-second rest period in between and reset. So you'll have 30 seconds between the last rep of each interval and when you start again. All right, so movement standards for event 1, we have a dumbbell snatch. Very straightforward with the dumbbell snatch. You can use either arm as many times as you want. You are not forced to alternate between reps. So you can get up to the dumbbell, you can rip as many as you want on your right, and then rip as many as you want on your left, and switch however you want, okay? What we're looking for with the dumbbell snatch is that both heads of the dumbbell touch the ground, and then you're reaching full extension at the top. So both heads touch, full extension at the top, elbow locked out, making sure we're touching both heads of the dumbbell every time, okay? At any point, at any way you'd like, you can switch arms, and you and your partner can switch off however, right? That being said, remember, you do not need to stay together on the run, but you cannot start until your partner is back on the mat, right? So both partners need to be on the mat to start your dumbbell reps. Okay, event 2 is called tag team. Event 2 is going to be in our gym space. It is a partner chipper where one partner works at a time. You, together as a team, you're going to complete 45 toes to bar or knees to chest, 45 burpee box jump overs or step overs, and then 45 deadlifts. This is an 8-minute time cap. RX is 24 or 20-inch box with a 225 deadlift for the men and a 155 deadlift for women. Scaled is a 24 or 20-inch box step over, and 185 for the men and 135 for ladies on the deadlift. I'm going to show you now what the setup is going to look like and what some of the options you'll have, as well as how the workout will flow. Okay, so for workout 2, for tag team, the way the gym is going to be set up is that you will have a lane that you and your partner will be operating in, and the lanes will be set up very similarly to this. So we'll have the top of the lane, we'll have marked with cones, as you can see by these pink kettlebells here. You'll have a barbell, a box, and then you'll have the rig back here. We have 2 standard heights across our gym for our bars. We have a low bar, and we have a high bar. So it'll be very similar to this, different heights. We are at Drive Athletics right now. Shout out, Max Butler, thank you for letting me film your gym. But you'll have a choice. So you can use whatever your team wants, the low bar or the high bar. You have 2 choices. Obviously, if you need some assistance in getting to either of those bars, we'll give you a box, we'll give you weights, we'll give you whatever you need to help get up to that bar. Totally fine. So the flow of this workout, at the start, both partners are going to be at the cones. 3, 2, 1, go. One partner will advance, and they can do any amount of any of the reps. So they can come out, they can hit some deadlifts, they can hit some box or burpee box jump overs, or they can hit some toes to bar. So say I wanted to go 3, 2, 1, go. I can run down. I can use the high bar and the low bar. Can hit some toes to bar. I can come out. I can hit some burpee box jump overs, and then I can come over here and do some deadlifts. And if I wanted to, I could go right back. I could do a couple more burpee box jump overs. I could do a couple more toes to bar. As long as I'm out on the floor, I can do as many reps and attempts as I want. Once I'm done, I'm going to go back. I'm going to tag my partner. So we want to see a physical tag. And then they can go in, and the rest of the partner will stay here. So there's a lot of different ways to strategize this and to break it up. Once you finish a movement, it's off the table. So if you come out and you do 45 toes to bar, you're done your toes to bar. Then you're just doing the 45 deadlifts or the 45 burpee box jump overs. Totally up to you on how you break it up. Your judge will just be keeping count of the reps of each movement, and your goal is to get it done in under 8 minutes. So a couple things, just for some standards. For the ring movements, our toes to bar, we want to see toes touching the bar, right? So make it clear, get those toes up. If you miss, that's a no rep, right? Very standard. Forearm, knees to chest, we want to see you above parallel. So we want to see those knees break the parallel plane to the floor. So come up. This is good. This is good. That's not good. This is good. Not good. Close, not good. Good, right? So you get the picture. Show your judge, right? If you, best practice, if you feel like you have a questionable movement, show your judge. Ask them if that's good, right? So you know you might need to get a little lower, a little higher, just depending on what you need. So that is going to be tag team. All right, so workout 3 is farm strength. This is going to be back in the parking lot. We're going to be using a very similar route for the carry as we did for the run in event 1. So for time, we're going to do 30 sandbag over shoulder, 30 double kettlebell hang clean and jerks, 200-meter carry with the sandbag and a kettlebell farmer carry, 90 or 70 calorie ski, while the non-working partner bear hugs the sandbag. And then we work back down the ladder with a 200-meter carry with the sandbag and a kettlebell farmer carry, 30 double kettlebell hang clean and jerks, 30 sandbag over the shoulder, and our time cap is 15 minutes. So for this one, the biggest thing that I want to talk about while we're here is some of the standards that we have for the movements and also about the carry. So I'll show you the movement standards in a minute, but as far as the carry, I'll put the carry route up here so you can see it. We're going to be going in a very similar fashion as the run route. Like I said, we're going to be going clockwise as you look at it here, down the lane, through the parking lot, down through the double gates, and then instead of running all the way around like we did with the 300, we're going to cut it a little closer. This is also paved, and we'll also have it marked so you can see it. You'll come down by the pool, and then back around the double gates, and then back into your lanes. For the carry, one partner is going to be carrying the sandbag, and one partner is going to be doing a kettlebell farmer carry. The sandbag carry can be done any way, which again, I'll display in a minute. So you can carry it on your shoulder, you can carry it on your back, you can dribble it with your knees, whatever you want to do, that is fine. There is no mandate on how you carry the sandbag during the carry. The kettlebells, however, do need to be a farmer carry, so we're looking for both kettlebells down by your side as you move. You can switch at any time. So at any point you can drop the sandbag, drop the kettlebells, and switch. So the biggest thing with the carry is that, again, we're gonna be on a course that is at times pretty narrow, right? And for safety, we wanna ensure that we're not bumping into each other, we're blocking people out as they're going. So we're asking that for this event, when you're doing your carry, that you and your partner remain single file, right? So always leave some space to the right or left of you. That way, if you need to drop the sandbag or drop the kettlebells and switch, you can switch around. So one partner should be in front and the other partner should be behind the whole time. There should always be space around you so that people can move. We want to try to avoid congestion. We want to try to avoid any tripping hazards during this. All right, some movement standards for event 3, farm strength. First, let's talk about the sandbag. So for the sandbag, for the ground to the ground over the shoulder, or sandbag over the shoulder, we want to see the sandbag go up, clear the shoulder, and fall over. So we're not doing touch and go reps for this. You have to let that bag clear your shoulder, step through, turn around, and grab it again. So it's going to look like this. We want to see the bag go over the shoulder, so clearly go over the shoulder, and we want to see full extension at the hips, right? So stand all the way up, bring that sandbag to your shoulder, and let it go over. Some no reps would be the sandbag going over the arm, something like this. Right, that was pretty close, but not good. More egregious, like that, right? We need to see it clear the shoulder, go past the head, right? The other thing is not clearing or not getting your hips extended, which would be like this. Right? Stand all the way up. Clear your shoulder, drop it, turn around, do it again. For our kettlebells, we have a really fun movement with kettlebell hang clean and jerks. So for this, when you start, we want to see the kettlebells at a hang, right? So arms extended, and then we want to see full extension at the top. You must pass through your shoulders. So if you are a beast and you can do snatches, that'll be a no rep. We want to see 2 clear movements. We want to see you pass through the shoulder and go up. So it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3. From the side. 1, 2, 3. As long as your arms are straight at the bottom and straight at the top, that's fine. If you're a beast and you don't want to use a swing, you can certainly do them strict. But those arms need to get straight at the bottom. Pass through the shoulder, full extension at the top. Why you wouldn't want to use the swing? I don't know. But for some reason, if you don't, that's totally fine. All right, next is the sandbag. So for the carry, next is the carry. So with the kettlebells for the farmer carry, very straightforward. We're holding the kettlebells at our side as we move, right? So as we walk, we're keeping our arms extended, kettlebells down on our side. Okay? They come in front a little bit like this, that's okay. Stick them behind you like this, that's okay. But we need to keep the arms extended and relatively by our side. What we can't have is a front rack carry, an overhead carry, right? We want to see both arms down by our side as you carry. For the sandbag carry, you can carry the bag any way. So you can put it up on your shoulder, carry it like this. You can front hold it. You can carry it like a suitcase if you want. However you get that bag as you're moving. The bigger thing is we just want you in a line, right? So if my person is doing their, my partner is doing their farmer carry behind me, I want to either be in front or behind them. That way if I drop, they can put theirs down, we can switch. And we'll leave room to the right or left of us so that we're not blocking the lane too badly. Once you get back to the ski, it is a bear hug. So for the bear hug, the non-skiing partner has to have a bear hug established while the other person skis. So this is a bear hug. You can clasp your hands, you can hold your wrist, you can squeeze the bag, whatever works for you. What we cannot do is have the bag way up on our shoulder or way down below our waist like this. We want to see the bag above the waist and below the shoulder and holding the bag, okay? We're not going to if you lean back or if you lean forward, that's fine, whatever you got to do. But what you cannot do is bring that bag up so that it's sitting anywhere near supported on your chest like this. This is not okay. So it needs to be here. Okay? And the fourth and final workout for the Brawl this year is going to be Big Splash. This is our pool workout. For time, you and your partner are going to complete a 150-yard swim, 25 wall balls, 100-yard swim, 50 wall balls, 50-yard swim, 75 wall balls. And the time cap is going to be 12 minutes. The wall balls are going to be on the heavier side. We have for RX 25 and 20. And for scaled, we have 20 and 14. So 25 for men, 20 for women. Scaled, 20 for men, 14 for women. This is a recent change for a few reasons. One is equipment. The other, it has to do with our setup. So we'll talk a little bit about what we have here. So I'll put up here the view of how we have everything set up, and you can check all of these on the competition corner page in the notes. We have all these images there too. So you'll see that on the swim, we have an area where you're doing wall balls, and then of course an area where you're entering the swim. If you've done the swim before, you know our pool, you can enter and exit from one side. So every swim attempt is going to be a 50-meter attempt, or 50-yard attempt, up and back, right? So you'll be entering and exiting from the pool at the same spot. Every attempt of a swim must start from outside of the pool, and you must enter the pool. So meaning, if I go and I swim, 3, 2, 1, go, I'm going to jump into the pool and swim, and then my partner's going to go. I have to get out of the pool. They will swim. And then when they finish, and I'm going to do the last 50 of the 150, then I jump back in. So every time before you start a new swim attempt, you have to re-enter the pool. So you have to get out of the pool at the end of each attempt. A couple rules around swimming, super important. You can, at any point, rest, right? That's really important, safety first. We're going to have lifeguards there, of course, and we'll have a bunch of people watching, but we want to make sure that you're being safe. For the swim event, if at any point you need to stop, you can stop without disqualifying yourself. You can hold onto a wall, you can put your feet down on the ground, you can grab a lane line, that we ask you not to do that unless it's an emergency because the lane lines are very delicate. But if you need to stop, that is fine. Stop, catch your breath, go again. What you cannot do though, is you cannot stop and then use the pool or anything in the pool to propel you forward. Meaning, if I stop and stand up in the shallow end, I can't walk forward with my feet on the bottom. I cannot advance myself by not swimming. I can't pull myself along the lane line or along the wall, right? At no point can you use the pool for assistance while you're mid-lap. Now, you can, of course, dive in, right? So that's fine. And when you get done a 25, when you get to the far wall, you can push off of that wall. So just a recommendation, if you're not a very strong swimmer or you're feeling like you're getting gassed out, rest at the far wall. You can hold the wall, you can stand up, and then you can use the wall to push yourself off and get started again. So it is okay to push yourself off of the far wall to start another 25, that is okay, but otherwise you cannot use the pool to advance yourself. As far as partners moving between the swim and the wall balls, you can have a partner waiting at the wall ball station while the other partner is swimming. So say I do a 50, my partner does a 50, and then I do the last 50 in the 150. My partner can be waiting to do the 25 wall balls at the wall ball station while I'm completing that. Once my hand touches the wall, the partner can start doing wall balls. One thing to be clear about here though, the partner cannot start the wall ball until the hand touches we get a hand touch for the lap. So we have to wait, and you cannot be holding the wall ball while they are completing the lap. So I'll have the wall ball in front of me, they touch, then I can bend over and pick it up. That said, you can absolutely adjust the wall ball, you can dry it off. We definitely recommend bringing multiple towels with you for this, one for your body and one for the ball, so that you can keep the ball dry. It really helps, and it's just a good thing to do. There's a fence that you can hang your towel from, so that at any point you can just grab it, dry yourself off, dry the ball off, make sure it's safe. But the reason why you can be either at the station or at the swim is to just help reduce traffic moving back and forth across the pool deck, and to reduce the need to run in transition on the pool deck. If you've ever been to the pool, you know, at a pool, you know you're not supposed to run on the pool deck. So this is just a way to help slow that down and give you time to transition in between. An additional note about the wall ball targets. So these are our wall ball targets. They are on squat stands. We will have the midline marked for men, so men need to hit the midline or higher with the ball, and women will need to hit below it. They are, I think, slightly lower than standard, and that's okay because this is a very challenging workout. The thing to know is that these don't have a ton of give when you hit them, so the ball does not kind of come back to you, it's gonna come straight down. So that means you just have to stand a little closer than what probably what you would normally do if you were using a wall or a mounted target on the ring. So just something to keep in mind. Try that as you're warming up or in transitional time. Make sure you get a couple wall ball reps in. Okay, so movement standards for event 4, big splash or swim workout. We talked a little bit about the rules with swimming. Just make sure you're not advancing yourself using the pool unless you're pushing off the far wall or entering the pool. As far as the wall ball goes, we're looking for standard wall ball movement, right? Big thing here is that if I am the non-working partner and my partner is swimming and I'm waiting to do my wall balls, I cannot touch the wall ball until the partner has touched the wall and has completed the swim. So if I'm waiting like this, no rep. You get a no rep on the first one, and then your second one will count, okay? You need to be ball on the ground, they touch, you're good to go. We're doing a full depth squat, ball hits the target. Full depth squat, ball hits the target. We'll have our targets marked. For men, the ball needs to be hitting at least halfway up on the ball on the marked line.